If you don't like what we tell you to believe in,
so you're climbing back. I guess. Do you want to talk about this farmers market shit?
I guess we could wrap up with that
as the final story for tonight.
Were they selling white corn? I love white corn.
White corn.
It's the best kind of corn.
Sweet.
You could say the corn operates under a system of white supremacy because the white corn is the sweetest.
It's the sweetest and the
best corn.
I don't know if it's the most nutritious though. Corn just isn't nutritious.
No, it's only
just like sugar and cellulose.
It's just like it's good though.
It's good. It somehow stops being good when it's off the cob. I don't know how that works.
It's not as good unless it's in like big time butter sauce.
Yeah, you got butter, salt on the cob.
Now you're just eating butter.
Like,
everyone's just eat butter and salt.
Yeah, it's just a medium.
That's what you want. Just take a stick of butter,
you want, right?
Salt it up, and just fucking get a fork.
Yeah, America under striker. Butter and salt for our meals. Yeah. Look, it's got all the macros.
I think that's called keto.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bloomington, Indiana.
Indiana. Okay.
And the thing is, like, so 2 people from that area, I guess they have a farm. They sell their produce at a farmer's market. Everything seems legit. And then it gets revealed that through an absolutely illegal docs operation where a person illegally gained access to an electronic server with purposes of releasing private information to harm people. Not something that's legal to do. Would be really great if we could get some action on that. So it's totally illegal to under false pretenses or without permission access an electronic computer system and release private information, even if it's a Discord server. If the intention of the server is to be private, you are breaking the law. I've done research. I've spoken to lawyers that agree with me on this. That was illegal what was done, and in fact, there should be a cybercrime investigation, but there's not because
tired of winning.
Because no one's winning. And the other thing is that
this is a feature, not a bug.
Yes, the other thing here is that so Antifa starts showing up because I guess these people were connected to the former Identity ROPA in some way, something like that, right? That's the claim. So Antifa starts showing up to harass them, and then I guess just a couple of days ago, this Asian broad gets arrested for trying to interrupt their business. Because, like, sure, I guess you get to protest. And they even created a designated protest zone at the farmer's market for these fucking people. So they gave them like a place where they can protest, but it's like, but you can't interfere. Like, you're not allowed to go get between a customer and a vendor. Like, that's actually not legal. Like, if you're just trying to buy something.
I mean, legal, schmeagling, right? Yeah. I mean, it's all relative here.
Yeah, this is free speech, right? So this Chinese woman or whatever the fuck, this Chinaman was college professor was arrested for trying to block access to their stand. Of course, the prosecutor's not pursuing charges.
Yeah, you got that yellow fever out there, guys.
They're going to go ahead and let that one go. We just don't have the time.
You don't need to protest that one.
The office has a lot of cases.
Serious crimes.
Dockets. Yeah, there's serious stuff we got to deal with.
We got white nationalists to frame up for violent crimes. We can't pursue this actual,
Yes, actual conspiracy to deny these people's rights and to harass the farmers market. So
they're framing this now as a safety concern for the broader community.
Yes. And not only that. So what happened is that I guess there was some rule by which they were not able to exclude these vendors. They had all the proper licensing and whatever to do it to sell their products. So they couldn't tell them to get lost. Like, there's some reason they couldn't do it. I don't know what the rules are, but this was really frustrating to the Antifa because they expect to protest once and get their way, or not even have to protest, but to just make a stink online and then they get their way. So because for whatever reason, the locality couldn't just tell these people to go and they kept showing up, and people were showing up then to buy the stuff in a show of solidarity. Which I would recommend anyone in the area do if they're allowed to return. They've now closed the entire market.
Yeah. Shut it down.
And they're saying it's because of safety concerns, and they are disingenuously saying it's because of white nationalist safety concerns, and the fucking town put out a press release saying individuals at the market connected to previous white nationalist violence. Now, that is a legally actionable statement. There's no evidence these people have been connected to any violence. What violence are they connected to? Show me a white nationalist threat. You know who the real threats are coming from? We know who the real threats are coming from. The real threats are coming from Antifa. And the other thing is the most important thing here. When you see these stories, and you look at the comments on them, everybody supports the farmers and hates Antifa. They should get a lawyer and fight this. I hope that they do. I would be supportive of such an action. I think it's time to fight back on this stuff. I hope that they go back to the farmers market when it comes back. I mean, this 2-week hiatus is basically like, let's figure out a way to make sure they can't come back. Like, that's what they're
maybe
trying
they're
to
just
do.
maybe they're just
In
dying.
that statement from the mayor, he admits that essentially you can't. The Supreme Court's ruled you cannot just ban somebody for having beliefs that you dislike, even if it includes Nazism.
Where did the Supreme Court rule that?
They're just hoping it'll die down, right? I mean, that's what
it could be that they're hoping that the
People just
Antifa
forget
will
about
run
it.
out of it, but they won't.
But they won't.
They'll be back. If these people are
You
there,
have to ban. How about you try to ban the disruptive people from, like, just say no protesting?
yeah.
Why don't you do? I know. I got an idea. Pretend that the farmers market is a bunch of pedophiles reading stories to kids, and you could put snipers on the roof
Yes.
to make sure that anybody who doesn't like it is 200 yards down the street, and they can't disrupt anything about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do that.
It needs to be
Mr.
protected
Mayor.
as much as Drag Queen Story
Yes,
Hour.
let's try that.
Yes. It has the same rights. They shouldn't even bring that up. Be like, look at this.
That's a free take from your old pal Sven.
Yeah.
People call him Jesse.
Yeah.
I'll be Jesse for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have that.
Use that one. Anybody.
Protect it like you would a drag queen story hour.
Yeah.
Use all methods of threats of physical force that you
instead of
have.
allowing-
as the mayor of the town, I'm sure. Is this
Instead of allowing this woman with her eyes closed to get right up there into
or is the farmers market like a private thing, so the city's not even like?
the city's, it's something with the city.
Well,
Which
there
is
you
why
go.
I think they're having trouble
Yeah,
like
because most of these
banning.
places take place like on city property. There's
Yeah.
one near me,
Snipers.
too. Every town has one.
All you need is snipers.
Yeah, and I think the issue, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'd be curious where they got. I mean, look, if there is such a thing where they can't be banned for political belief, if it's a government thing, I think that's true because there's a First Amendment issue.
Sure.
So, like the city government cannot say you're not welcome because we don't like what you've said or your beliefs. And if they have all their licenses and such, which they probably did,
And we've seen all over the
of
country.
that,
You're not required to provide an area for protesters to protest within the event. You can make them go outside.
Yes,
This
you
is
can-
this is over and
yes.
over again.
Well,
has
they
happened.
did. They created a designated area, but I believe the designated
Yeah,
area was
like a Japanese
right in
internment
front of
camp
their
of sorts.
stand.
No, it should be 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
it should be
it should be
hundreds
down
of
the
yards
street,
away,
yeah.
just like all those mothers.
And
who
there
don't-
should be an absolute police state level armed
There should be a
presence.
fucking wall of uniformed
And
officers
if you try and
preventing you from coming
if you
close.
even try and mess around, you will get tackled by a huge dude, or maybe even something else happens. So I don't know. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
What would happen if those nice old ladies who didn't want you to have the story time, the drag? What happened if they pushed against police? What would happen to them?
Yeah.
I don't know. What would happen to them? What would happen to what would happen here?
Yeah.